Right, so what's your first name?
Charlene.
Charlene, and so you've got problems with your neck,
Yep.
your shoulder, and both knees. All right. Now, doctors have said you've got arthritis in your knees, eh? Right, I want you to think about this, guys. Right. If I tell you my name is Jeanette, what does that tell you about me? Nothing. All right, maybe I'm female. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm from Europe or something, because Jeanette's a French name. Now, arthritis. Right. Jeanette's not a thing. My body's a thing. Yeah, this is real. But Jeanette's just a label. It was a really handy label my parents used to get me to do the dishes rather than Karen or Paul. Yeah? But when doctors call a condition arthritis, arthritis isn't a thing. We can't put arthritis in a box and say, look, there's arthritis. It's not a thing. Right? Same with cancer. And this is the thing. Cancer's not a thing. Either a cell behaves in a cancerous way, taking more than its fair share of nutrients and growing faster than other cells, or it doesn't. But any cell can become cancerous. Yeah, it's got to have the environment that makes it cancerous. Cancer's not a thing. So our chances of finding a cure for cancer when cancer is not a thing are zero. Cancer Society, if you're watching this, do talk to me. Because they're spending a lot of money and they've got really, really good intentions, but they're coming at it all wrong. We have to uncreate the environment that caused the cancer. Cancer isn't random, it's not lotto. You can't just get cancer. It's not that you were unlucky. Something was happening in the chemistry of your body that caused the cells to behave in a certain way. Yeah? And so all we've got to do is change the environment so that doesn't happen anymore. The cells will go back to being normal. It's really, really easy. Doesn't require other treatments that might have nasty side effects. So let's work on your neck first. Now, why I'm talking about this is, so arthritis isn't a thing. So I can, in all honesty, integrity, say to you, I haven't met the person yet that I can't completely remove the arthritis. Completely. Because it's not a thing. It's not a thing. Arthritis is not a thing. Can't find a cure for something that's not a thing. Looking for a cure for something that's not a thing is crazy. It's like a 5-year-old could tell us this. If something is manifested in your body, it's because the environment was such that that thing manifested. Change the environment, everything changes. Now your neck holds the weight of your head. The head's about a 5-kilo weight on average. Let's just thank our necks for everything they've done, you know, for us over the years, because when we're not laid down, the neck is taking the weight of the head. So just thank your neck. Just thank your neck for everything it's done for you. Now clapping, I wasn't clapping the neck, I was dispersing energy. Clapping is a dispersal of energy, okay? This movement here now is bringing energy in. Just try moving this arm, this shoulder. Yeah. Is that better than it was before?
So's my neck.
Is that cool? Try the neck out as well. Dee, 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 dee. Nothing wrong with that neck, is there? That didn't take long, did it? There you thought I was busy talking about labels and the surgeons were working. Of course they were. You're hot now. That's the release of energy. Okay. So when a doctor gives you a label, whether it's osteomyelitis, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, it's just a label. It's not a thing. It's a label that's given to a cluster of symptoms that the medical profession have decided, let's call that a thing so we all know what we're talking about. Just in the same way that my mum and dad called me Jeanette rather than Karen or Paul so that they knew who they wanted to wash the dishes. You can't find a cure for Jeanette, can you? Can you understand this? So we're doing it all wrong. We are doing it totally all wrong. We've got to look and see what is the underlying cause that has caused the disease. Now look at the word disease. Dis means not. Disadvantage, not an advantage. Disease, not at ease. In some area of your life you will be not at ease. If it's your spine that's playing up, your spine is all about alignment. If you're proud of your life and what you've achieved, your posture's going to be good and your spine's going to be fine. But if you've made a rod for your own back with your own decisions, taking on far too many burdens, not setting boundaries, you're going to have problems with your back. If the physical life doesn't match who you are, Like, as a bank manager, I had to lend money. All right, as a bank manager lending money, you lend money to the people that can afford to borrow it. Think about this. You don't lend money to the people that can't afford to repay you. So the people that really need the money, you have to say no to. It's true. And one of my clients, not one of my clients, one of my colleagues when I worked at the bank, he turned a guy down for an overdraft. And the man left his daughter in the interview room and said, well, I'm going to leave my daughter with you because I can't afford to feed her. So it's not so good being a bank manager. I prefer being a healer. Yeah? Yeah. The other thing our banks do, by the way, because I know because I was a banker, is the people that can least afford to borrow the money, they're the highest risk. And so we charge them the highest rate of interest. The really rich people that don't really need to borrow the money, we might only charge them a very low rate of interest because they're safe. Yeah? The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. It's still happening and we can all play a part in changing that. Now, back to the arthritis in these knees. So knees, legs are about standing up for ourselves, knees are about being stubborn. Yeah, stubborn. Right, okay. Now, stubborn is determined. We want to be determined, don't we? In life, you want to be determined. But if you're determined about the wrong things, that's called being stubborn. Yeah? And are you determined about the right things or the wrong things? Well, if your knees are playing up, then you're being stubborn about some of the wrong things. Yeah. All right. Now, this is the thing. If arthritis doesn't really exist, then I'm not really healing her, am I? Go on, try them knees. Have a walk around. Feeling good? Any pain in there?
No, not really. Just no pain.
Tell the camera.
Oh, no pain.
No pain. And is there good movement in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't had this for years.
Excellent. Give her a round of
I can
applause.
give away all the drugs.
Yes. Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Now, I'm not allowed, we'll keep the camera rolling because I'm not allowed to say you can give away the drugs because I'm not a doctor. So she has to go back to a doctor, show the doctor that she's better. The doctor may say, what did you do? And she might say, I went to see Jeanette Wilson. The doctor say, it'll not be that. No, I'm only kidding. But I'm not allowed to say to anybody in any situation, stop taking your drugs. That's, I get myself into hot water doing that. So I just wanted to make sure that's clear.